the word. Hear thou me, and heed thou my commanding. Give thou to man new knowing. My messengers to man have given him but little knowing, for man could bear naught of my knowing in his early days, and but little more today, for man is still new. Give to him, therefore, that which he can bear, but beyond that little shalt thou not go. Dark voids are still dark, even with much illumining, but that which is illumined shineth brightly with but little added light. Even so was fearing man in his early days of darkness, and even now he is but beginning to know the light of my illumining. For long aeons man hath been but body, a fearing body of clay, ever fearing for his body, a groveling slave to his body, working, fighting for his body, sensing naught but body needs and desires. For these aeons he hath known naught of self of him, nor of me in him. Then cometh yesterday in man's unfolding, and the dawn of consciousness, and conscious in him. Man that suspected me afar, but feared my wrath, for he knoweth naught but wrath and other passions of his sensed body. In those early days of his first aeons, he knew not love in me, nor in anything. Then cometh today, when fearing man is becoming knowing man, conscious of spirit in him, and of his spirit oneness with me, but comprehending me not. Man still saith that I cannot be comprehended, for he still must sense that which he would comprehend. Man still thinketh of me as a material body like unto his own, for he still demandeth a material body for all ideal of his conceiving. He still knoweth not that I have a universal body of my conceiving, product of my desiring, created by my thinking, which is not me, even as man has a body of man's conceiving, product of his desiring, created by his thinking, which likewise is not man. Man knoweth not yet that the ideal of any creating thing is not the body of the creating thing, which but manifests the ideal in forever changing form. Nor knoweth he that forever changing forms are but forever changing electric records of forever changing thinking. Nor knoweth he that forever changing thinking is but the fulfillment of desire to manifest knowing in forever changing form. Man still thinketh of himself as one of countless many men, each one a separate being, each one an entity, an ego, an individual person. He knoweth not yet of his unity with all other men, nor with me, nor knoweth he yet that he must lose his treasured individuality to find universality of knowing in me. Say thou to him, each thing is everything, and each is everywhere. All things are the same thing, for all are universal. All things occupy the same space, and each thing occupies all space. For verily I say, all things are omnipresent, for I center all things, and I am everywhere. All things extendeth to all things, from all things, and through all things. For to thee I again say, all things are light, and light separateth not, nor has it bounds, nor is it here and not there. Man cannot evade me, for he is me, nor can I evade man when he desireth me, for I am he. Knowest thou that desire in man and desire in me are one? Likewise all desire in all men are one. Hear thou me, all men, when I say, there is a light within thy life thou knowest not of, centering and controlling that clayed image which thou thinkest of as thy life, knowing not that it is but an implement of thy life, a tool for thee to work the miracles of thy thinking, for just a little while, until it rusteth away. Thou mayest weave the pattern of thy thinking in light of my knowing, and create thy image in divided light of me, even as the sun sets up its bow of many hues from divided light of me. But thou canst not be apart from me, even as the spectrum of the rainbow canst not be apart from me. And as the rainbow is a light within the light, inseparable, so is man's self within me, inseparable, and so is his image, my image. Verily I say, every wave encompasses every other wave unto the one, and the many are within the one, for the many are the one. And I further say, that everything repeateth itself within every other thing unto the one. And furthermore I say, that every element which man thinketh of as itself alone is within every other element, even to the atom's smallest unit. When man queries thee in this wise, say thou that in this iron there is gold and all things else. Thou mayest answer, within the sphere and encompassing it is the cube and every other form that is, and within the cube and encompassing it is the sphere and every other form that is. Say thou also to him, all things centre all things, and are involved in all things. Everything reacheth through every other thing, even to the farthermost star. See thou that man well knows the illusions which deceive his sense seeing. Point out to him my mirrors and my lenses of dual light pressures, which curve my universe of seeming into imagined spheres of my thinking, as seed for multiplying one into seeming many ones. For I say that man's infinity ends in eyes of man where it began. All things in my mirrored universe of illusion end where they began. Know thou that eternity endeth in now, for now is eternity. For the purpose of creating the illusion of time have I set mirrors and lenses of dual light, to attain an infinity of my imaged universe where no measure is. Thou, my son, desireth knowledge. Thou hast my all-knowing. Wherefore question me? Desire my all-knowing, and it is already thine. Wherefore thou askest, can man take death away from man and give back life to him? How can man heal the sick and make blind eyes see? Wherein lieth thy omnipotent power in man, which thou well hast in thee? These questions thou askest, all unmindful of thine allotted task, wherein thou art commanded to take death away from men through thy knowing, and give him back to me as me. My messengers have their allotted work for me, well suited to the day of their appearance, and to the purpose for which I well chose each messenger. Thy task thou knowest well, and thou shalt execute my commands to thee to open doors now closed to man, that he shall see the light of me in him, and know himself as me. Thou shalt not in thyself regenerate man, nor heal the sick, for by such acts thou shalt not prove thyself. Thou shalt, however, make man to heal himself through knowledge of the light. Thine own work is timed to this day and age, but at thy will thou mayest appoint thy messengers as mine, to heal the sick, and give my power to them through thee. So heed thou my limiting commands to thee. I limit thee to giving my knowledge to man, that he may heal himself through his knowing, and not through thee, nor through faith or belief in thee, nor even in me. Say thou to those appointed ones these words of mine. I am the omnipotent God of my creating universe. My universe is my body,